Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Alright, let's have a look and see what there is to talk about today. Alright, let's start here. Hamza Shiraz moving up to 168 pounds, switching trainers to Andy Lee. Okay, Andy Lee is hot property right now, people. I'm actually speaking to Hamza tonight, so on the Ariel and Ade show. In fact, it will just be the Ade show, no Ariel Hawani this week. We've got Hamza on. We've got Dalton Smith on, and I think we've got Andy Lee on as well. So if you're not busy from 10 p.m, come and join me. As for these changes for Hamza, 168 pounds was a definite move. Like, it had to happen. Like, I obviously see Hamza through fight week, so I can see how tough the weight cut is. Like, he would always say that, you know, the weight cut isn't tough because that's what they're supposed to say. I think mentally you're supposed to stay that strong, but I can see it physically. I can see it on his face. So 168 pounds makes sense. And he's got a frame whereby he can put on a bit of meat as well, hasn't he? He's quite lean. So, yeah, I think that makes sense. And look, there are fun fights at 168. So forget title fights for a second, obviously, because that's all Canelo, isn't it? And everyone's struggling to get in the ring with Canelo. But there are fights to make. I mean, Diego Pacheco just springs to mind as a fun fight to make. Edgar Berlanga is out there. Caleb Plant is out there. So loads of fights for Hamza. Even domestically, some good fights as well. With regards to the switch to Andy Lee, I will never say a bad word about Andy Lee. I think Andy Lee is fantastic. And he, as I said, seems to be the man of the moment right now. Paddy Donovan's with him. He looked really good against Lewis Crocker. Joseph Parker's with him. He's looked really good of recent. Ben Whittaker's with him. We'll see how good Ben looks on Sunday. So I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move. The one thing about Andy as well is that he's such a nice person. Honestly, guys, I know I said it, I think, on yesterday's video, but I'm going to say it again. He is so nice. So I almost feel like he'll be a bit of a father figure to a lot of these fighters as well. He's been there. He's done it. He's a world champion. He knows exactly what they're going through. And I think that kind of makes a difference sometimes. Not all the time, right? You don't have to have done it to be a good trainer, but I think it helps. So, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Alicia Bamgardner to work with trainer Derek James for next fight. Okay, let's see. Derek, again, another good trainer, an experienced trainer. There was a time when I thought Derek had one of the best stables in boxing. Was it Jamel or Jamal he had? I can't remember which Charlo he had, but whatever Charlo he had, that Charlo was unbeaten at the time, I believe. Errol Spence was in that camp as well. Obviously, AJ had a couple of fights in the camp. Ryan was there, then left, but is now back. So again, another busy camp. Let it go, champ. Shannon Briggs is the latest heavyweight refusing to give up. Shannon Briggs is now 54, I think. Hasn't fought since, I'm going to say 2015, 2016. I don't even want to hear about a Shannon Briggs comeback, but it's difficult. Fighters don't want to leave this game. They don't want to leave it. And Shannon Briggs will still think that, you know what, the last thing to leave you is your punch. So he still thinks he can probably crack a few heavyweights. I'm disappointed for Shannon that he didn't get the run or the fight he deserved when he was doing that let's go champ thing, right? When he was antagonizing Vladimir Klitschko, when he was antagonizing David Haye. In fact, I'm sure I remember when David Haye was going to fight, was it Mark Demori? But I'm pretty sure that Shannon Briggs came into one of David Haye's press conferences, pretty much sold the fight, sold the event, and David Haye put him on the undercard and said, if you win on the undercard, I will fight you. And that didn't materialize. I'm pretty sure that happened. So yeah, I'm upset for Shannon. But look, Shannon had a good run. Shannon was heavyweight world champion, had a good run. Those couple of rounds with Lennox Lewis where he's going toe-to-toe with Lennox were exciting, but at 53, it's done. It was done at 43, let alone 53. So, no, I don't want to see Shannon Briggs fight anymore. One fight I do want to see, and it looks like it's now done for July 12th, Wembley Stadium, and that is Daniel Dubois looking to get revenge over Oleksandr Usyk. That's done, people. I think I did a video about 2-3 weeks ago saying that we are close. I think we can sort of cross out the close now and say it's done. We'll get to what this means for Joseph Parker and Agit Kabayel in a second, but I like this fight. I like this fight. This is number 1 versus number 2. It is. Oleksandr Usyk, clear number 1. Daniel Dubois is the only other champion, and his run of recent would tell me that he's number 2, especially when Tyson Fury looks like he's not going to come back. A lot's changed since their first fight, right? Since their first fight, Oleksandr Usyk's gone on to become undisputed, had those 2 magnificent fights with Tyson Fury, and Daniel Dubois has almost risen from the ashes, right? I mean, what he's done has been sensational. Honestly, he's had this little gap now because obviously they're not having the Joseph Parker fight, but he deserves this fight. Like, and he does. Even removing the Joseph Parker fight not happening, I think you deserve Oleksandr Usyk again if you do what he did against Jarrell Miller, Hrgovic, and AJ. And I think he's got a really good chance. I really do. I will make Usyk favourite against anybody. But Daniel Dubois is wanting this fight. He's not running away from this. Daniel Dubois is the one that's been goading Usyk into this fight. Daniel Dubois is the one that got in the ring, even with a Parker fight there. After Usyk beat Fury, you saw him try to take the mic from me and said, "I want this rematch." You know, so and he'll be super confident. Remember that first fight with Oleksandr Usyk, he did like half a camp with Don Charles, and they had to go out to Poland. It was a difficult ask, right? Now the fight will be in his backyard. He is now 3 or 4 camps if you count the Parker fight down with Don Charles. They're like that now. Usyk's only getting older. It's true, he's only getting older. This is a good fight, people. This is a very, very good fight. And if Daniel Dubois can fight with no fear and just be on the front foot and be super aggressive, as I think he will be, as he has been, mate, I would not be shocked if Daniel Dubois becomes undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, I won't be, in fact, it probably would be that. But I think it's almost like when Daniel Dubois was going to fight Usyk the first time round, honestly, I gave him 0 chance. I'm not joking, nothing. Like, you haven't got a prayer. This time round, I think it's like 65-35. So he's grown 35% in my book. I think he's got a great chance. Again, it's a young man's sport, and he's walking into that ring in that fucking Mike Tyson black outfit that he wears, looking fucking intimidating, and he's going to think, I can run through a brick wall. I can't wait for this one. I think it's going to be such a good fight to watch. All right. Eddie Hearn reveals Dalton Smith's route to WBC 140-pound title. Yeah, that's a title that Puello currently holds. Puello beat Sandor Martin. Puello's got a voluntary defense. That's why Dalton Smith's almost just having this. It's not a meaningless fight. It's an important fight, but it's almost a stay busy fight until you know what Puello's doing. So I expect Dalton to win this one on Saturday. Josh Warrington on the undercard as well. Josh is back. There was a lot of talk about Josh retiring after the Kakache fight. He's back. Good to see him back. I think they're trying to set up a Warrington Conlon fight. So I expect Dalton to win, to look good. He looked really good in his last fight. And then sit it out and wait to see what Puello does. But I think providing he gets through this one unscathed, no cuts, I think his next fight will be a world title fight. Yanibek Adam Canali now says Carlos Adames is the only one he wants. Yeah, that's the only fight we want to see as well. Yanibek looked frightening, didn't he, with that knockout over the French guy whose name skips me. But Yanibek's last couple of fights have been guys, with all due respect, that have been nowhere near his level. Or at least Carlos Adames has fought Hamza Shiraz, who is a world level middleweight fighter. That's a really good fight, you know. That's a pick'em fight. A real pick'em fight. Carlos Adames surprised me just how on the front foot and strong and how good he looked against Hamza. But that's number 1 versus number 2. So let's see these guys get it on. Very quickly, Joseph Parker. What does he do next? What does Joseph do next? Does he fight Kabiel? Does he go to Germany? I mean, there's a lot of talk about a big Germany card. Does he go to Germany and fight Kabiel? Does he just wait and sit on his hands? I don't know what Joseph Parker does next. I'm almost so upset for Parker, like so disappointed. But it was always going to be Daniel Dubois versus Oleksandr Usyk. I do wonder what Derek Chisora does next as well. There's a lot of people sort of waiting, isn't there? Like, what does AJ do next? All these people. I'm like, okay, what does everyone do next? I mean, I would go at this stage right now. If I'm Chisora and I just want one more and it's not going to be a world title fight, I'd go Dillian White. I was going to say Kabiel because it's kind of a world title, but it's not. It's like an interim. But I'd go Dillian White. If I'm AJ, AJ Parker just makes sense. I just don't see AJ doing it. Honestly, I don't see AJ doing it. But yeah, we'll find out. I guess we're going to have all the answers to these questions in the next sort of month or so. All right, guys, girls, Car Diaries episode 4 is going to be out very, very soon. I've got some disappointing news to share with you guys. Very disappointing news. And I'll say it on Car Diaries.